What if I told you the UK is building two of the biggest power stations in Europe? They will cost over £80 billion, take more than a decade to finish, and could power millions of homes for the next 60 years. But why now? Why nuclear? And how will this affect your energy bill, your job market, and the UK's future? Today on ElectroGuide, we break down Hinkley Point C and Sizewell C, the most important energy projects Britain has seen in a generation. For the first time in over 20 years, the UK is building brand new nuclear power stations. The first is Hinkley Point C, located in Somerset. The second is Sizewell C on the Suffolk coast. Each station will use advanced nuclear reactor technology, capable of producing around 3.2 gigawatts of electricity. That's enough power for around 6 million homes each, meaning together, these two sites could supply electricity to nearly half of England's households. These locations weren't chosen randomly. Both Hinkley Point and Sizewell already had nuclear infrastructure, skilled local workforces, and direct access to cooling water from the sea. This reduces risk, speeds up planning approvals, and allows the UK to reuse existing nuclear expertise rather than starting from scratch. Hinkley Point C officially began construction in 2017. It was originally planned to start generating electricity by 2025, but reality hit hard. Global inflation, supply chain disruptions, and complex engineering challenges pushed the timeline back. Today, Hinkley Point C is expected to come online between 2029 and 2031. Sizewell C is earlier in its journey. Site preparation began in 2023, with full construction ramping up in 2025. If everything goes to plan, Sizewell C could begin generating power in the mid-2030s. Now let's talk money, because this is where things get serious. Hinkley Point C was originally priced at £18 billion. Today, estimates suggest the final cost could reach over £40 billion. Sizewell C is expected to cost around £38 billion. Together, that's more than £80 billion invested into Britain's energy future. Funding comes from the UK government and international investors, using a new financing model designed to lower long-term electricity costs for consumers. These projects aren't just about electricity, they're about jobs. Hinkley Point C has created around 25,000 construction jobs, with nearly 1,000 permanent roles once the plant is operational. Sizewell C is expected to support 10,000 jobs at peak construction, including apprenticeships, engineers, welders, electricians, and supply chain workers across the UK for many communities. This means stable employment for decades, not just years. So why does nuclear matter to everyday people? First, energy security. Nuclear power reduces reliance on imported gas and unstable global markets. Second, clean electricity. Nuclear produces near zero carbon emissions during operation, helping the UK meet climate targets. And third, reliability. Unlike wind or solar, nuclear power runs 24 hours a day, providing a stable backbone for the grid. Hinkley Point C alone could supply around 7% of the UK's total electricity demand. Of course, nuclear power isn't without controversy. Critics argue that nuclear projects are too expensive and too slow compared to renewables. Supporters respond that nuclear plants last 60 years or more, offering long-term stability that short-term solutions can't match. The debate continues, and it directly affects your taxes, your bills, and national policy. With older nuclear stations shutting down, the UK faces a clear choice: invest now in long-term power, or risk energy shortages and higher prices in the future. Hinkley Point C and Sizewell C are not quick solutions, but they could define Britain's energy system for the next generation. So what do you think? Are these nuclear mega projects essential for the UK's future, or too expensive and too slow? Let me know in the comments. If you want more deep dives into the technology shaping our world, subscribe to ElectroGuide, and I'll see you in the next one.